Alright, hello. This will be a channeled message for you, for your highest good. I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment. And as always, I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you. Just a quick note, there are people again in the comments trying to impersonate me. So just know that I do love reading all of the comments and I try to respond where I can. But I will never reach out to you asking you to text a specific number. So if you do see any fake Mai Sols, alright, any imposters out there, please do me a favor and report those comments. And I really appreciate it. With that out of the way, let's get into the reading here. I get that you guys might be experiencing like a bit of a blast from the past, potentially, especially if you're watching this as we move into Venus retrograde. I do say that because I get the Empress in your current position. Love that, by the way. And I get the Eight of Pentacles as one of your gifts, which is eerily similar to the last reading I did. So there are themes here about repetitions, old cycles coming back up to be completed, and things that do not serve you falling away for your highest good. So I will say that you've got this. You're so worth it. I'm so proud of you again. And I love that you're showing up as the Empress, and I would highly recommend that you continue to embody this energy. I get that you are very attractive at this time. You should be very magnetic, but I do get an energy of some kind of a doubt. What happens is, because look, the Empress has a lot of good ideas, and you guys are creating something new in the world. And when you reach some kind of a new position, like you guys have done, there is often a need to defend that position from an old frequency that you've come from, because it's trying to bring you back down to that familiar space, and this can manifest as self-sabotage and self-doubt. On your masculine side, I get the Seven of Wands. So that's that defensive position. Typically, the Seven of Wands you'll see on the Rider-Waite card will have reached a higher vantage point and is using the wand to defend. I kind of see you guys having to defend from like all angles here, maybe more than one issue that needs to be solved. Potentially relationships around you, people that don't approve of these moves that you're trying to make, whatever you're trying to create. But I really do get an energy of self-doubt and potentially imposter syndrome, maybe looking back at where you've come from, and there's an air of unfamiliarity that is happening here in the way that you're putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself out there now on your masculine side, having to defend your ability to really assert yourself and use your voice, I'm getting. But the Empress is actually looking back at this feminine side. She's looking back. You can see she's pointing in one direction, but her eyes are looking back at this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I really do read this as doubting potentially your skills or your abilities, wondering, do I even belong in this new space? Do I have what it takes? Am I good enough? All of these questions. And the first thing I'll say is yes, absolutely you are good enough. You're so worth it. And I get that you've worked really hard to bring this new thing into creation, or being in the process of bringing this new thing into creation. It's been a journey. And you've done so well to get here, and you absolutely do belong here. You're such a beautiful human being, and I really do thank you for all of the work that you've been doing. It's just that your commitment is being tested here. And I'm really getting your commitment's being tested in a way that potentially you've never had to commit to something before. This is a new level, and this could potentially just be a commitment to yourself. This is a very emotional time I'm getting, and you're having to balance some element of practicality here and groundedness with some feelings that are coming up. And like I said, this is all new. There's an air of unfamiliarity, so this is all super normal. And again, I'm so proud of you, and I'm just sending you so much love at this time. I'm really sending you so much love at this time. And there is, I'm picking up on this frequency of like, you've been acting as if, and you've been dressing the part in a way. So that's leaving this there is this gap or this window that's allowing you to use logic to potentially talk yourself out of something that you're trying to create. Again, you're so worth it. So there's no need. I don't think doubt is really going to serve you here. And there's this energy of focus that is required. Like I said, commitment to yourself potentially. And taking yourself a little bit seriously here. Not being too serious. Life is a balance. And life should be fun, right? But I'm getting a lot of this kind of Saturnian energy. Themes around cause and effect. Okay, your gifts at this time are the World card, the Tower, and that Eight of Pentacles, like I said. So the World card is ruled by Saturn, and I do think there's an energy of an old cycle that's coming up that you're trying to close out, basically, for good. And this could be past situations, past relationships coming back up to show you things, basically, acting as messengers. And the key here really is just to act with grace and act with ease. The Empress and the World really do share those qualities. It's like doing the dance of life and being in the flow of life. But with this Saturnian influence here, I do get an element of really valuing yourself and taking yourself seriously, knowing that you're worth it, and kind of asserting that to yourself. And I really think some kind of affirmation around how you really value the work that you've done, or your general feeling of worthiness could be super valuable here. It's only your doubt that is making you see through some kind of distorted lens. You have worked so hard and you have the skills, and the gift that you're being given is your ability to work with focused intention. Just put one foot in front of the other. You don't have to work like crazy, but it's just about consistency. There's a real message about consistency here with, like I said, this Saturnian influence that's showing up. And the Tower card, which is ruled by Mars, which is actually exalted in Capricorn. So again, this really Capricornian, Saturnian energy, and allowing things to fall away and not being too attached to some kind of old program, old belief system that has been keeping you stuck as a safety mechanism. Like, I do think there is an energy of looking back in the past here and looking at something that felt a bit more safe. And now that you're really putting yourself out there and moving outside of your comfort zone, there is a temptation to fall back into a belief system about yourself that was manifesting that situation. So everything here is about your core beliefs and what you believe about yourself and your abilities. And your core beliefs in yourself in the past was keeping you in a situation that felt very safe because you didn't think you were ready to move on. But now you are ready and you want it. I do get that you want it, and you're embodying this new creation, this new fertile energy of worthiness, of beauty, of comfort, a new life where things are easier, where things feel really good, right? So these things that you're having to defend yourself from are actually revealing themselves and in a way making one last stand here before they fall away for good. And your gift is to let it happen. Let these things fall away for your highest good while you focus on yourself. Take yourself a little bit seriously. Put yourself first and create this structure, right? Focus on creating this structure in your life, because this new structure is the thing that's going to serve you. These new routines and these new patterns and these new core belief systems are the things that are going to serve you moving forward. It's a new life. It's a new life of ease and abundance and grace and putting these old things to bed. So I'm so proud of you. I love what you're doing. We're really trying to get to the truth of this, the truth of the matter here. Like I think, again, these core beliefs, but I think there's a questioning here of like the way reality actually operates. Why are things happening the way they are? Some kind of questioning about destiny. Am I in control? Some really big like life kind of questions here. Something to do with your karma and karmic relationships. Some old patterns that are resurfacing. Cause and effect. All this good stuff, right? So first I want to clarify this. Actually, you know what? Let's clarify this truth card. Because that's what we're all here for. That's the golden question. This is showing up as your desires at this time, is truth, right? Justice, trust, and integrity. Okay, the truth about your creative expression. These three just flew right out. They wanted to come straight out, right? The truth around your creative expression and trusting your vision. Creativity, trust your vision. I get this is a very auspicious sign that you're going in the right direction. And look at this, your commitment is being tested. That's totally what this is. There's a commitment to yourself and your vision and your creative abilities. You're a beautiful, creative, manifesting machine. If you're a part of this collective and you're still watching this reading, you're here to make something. You're here to create something. And I think that's a new life for yourself. A life where things feel really good. A life where you're the Empress, right? Where you're worth it. It's a beautiful thing. Energy rising, vitality, confidence, power, and decisiveness. And the holy mountains, soul calling, sacred journey, pilgrimage. Guys, this is a soul journey. This new thing that you're creating, it's no accident. It was always meant to happen. You're in the right place at the right time, and your higher self is totally rearranging things around you and inspiring you to take certain actions. And what's going to feed this positive current I'm getting is your beliefs. Your core beliefs in yourself and your worthiness and your skills. Not doubting your skills and not letting this old frequency push you back into a situation where you're doubting yourself. Because that's what's going to make you feel like you're going backwards, and going back right to what I said at the start of the reading. If you're watching this during Venus retrograde, even though this is a timeless reading and I'm capturing the astrological energy in this reading, so it doesn't matter when you're watching this, but this feeling of repeating old cycles and going backwards, right? When planets go retrograde, it's an optical illusion, right? They're not actually going backwards. But we're doing some really subtle and profound, right? So here's the thing, is that it feels subtle. It's not necessarily something that you can put on a to-do list or really heavily quantify, but you're doing some really profound energy work here in defending yourself from this energy and getting to the core of who you are and getting to the core of who you want to be. That's profound energy work. It feels subtle, but you're actually doing a lot more than you realize. You've come a lot further than you realize. You deserve to be in this situation. You're worthy of being in this situation. You're in the right place at the right time. And any kind of feeling of going backwards is simply an optical illusion, because there are things that are happening underneath the surface here. The root system is moving deeper into the ground here. And there's invisible forces that are working around you to rearrange your life and conspire in your favor. The universe is literally conspiring in your favor because you're changing yourself from the inside out. You're changing the core of your belief system. And it's through acting as if. You guys have been showing up as the Empress and acting as if. And all this is a test. A commitment to yourself. These challenging energies that are around you, you are so capable of doing it. You are so powerful. You're an alchemist. With your intention, you can shape any kind of challenging energy into something positive. Okay, I have this sign up on my wall over there. You're an alchemist. I haven't read this on this channel before, but I've had it sitting up there for a very long time. It says you're an alchemist who can transform energy in an instant. With enough awareness and intention, you can reshape rage and fear into creativity and pleasure. You can reshape rage and fear into creativity and pleasure. That's you. You can transmute fear into creativity and pleasure, and pain and powerlessness into gratitude and surrender. Pain and powerlessness into gratitude and surrender. Gratitude for this journey that you're on. Gratitude for your creative gifts. Right? Gratitude for yourself and how hard you've worked, and a recognition of this cycle that you're completing. This is only showing up as your gift because you're ready to close it out, and you've done all the work. You've literally done all the hard work to close out this, whatever this is, this belief system, this And this is how, this is how it manifests in the 3D. Some kind of a relationship, a job situation, circumstances that tend to repeat themselves over and over, some kind of bad luck or misfortune, right? This is coming from a core wounding that you are closing out, and you're letting it fall away and leave your life. You're letting the universe remove this from your life. That's your gift at this time. And to focus on yourself, to focus on the new structure. Let the old fall away. Observe it with love. Speak it into existence if you have to, and set the intention out loud with your words that you are transmuting this into creativity and pleasure. That's what you're creating, and that's the truth of the matter. That's the truth here. Is that this is a core wounding or a core belief that no longer is congruent with your current reality and your future. It doesn't work anymore. This old belief, you're leaving it behind. It can't exist, and you're ready. This old belief about yourself. And if there's a relationship, an old job or a relationship that you're dealing with, and you don't know if you should let it go or if you're moving in the right direction, you can change your beliefs about the thing. You can change your beliefs about your worthiness, about what you deserve in life, right? You can change your beliefs about you. See the mirror here, the Empress holding this mirror. You can change your beliefs about you. And then if you can get down into those core beliefs and reprogram yourself, these things, these circumstances outside of you will fall away. So there's a need to not resist that process. That's your gift. Is if things want to leave your life and they feel like they're not working, let it go. And know that you have the power to transmute any kind of situation for your highest good. You can turn lead into gold. You're totally an alchemist right now, all the time. So continue embodying this energy, right? Like, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. What are we defending ourselves from, this Seven of Wands? Let's clarify that. Because that's the truth of the matter, is that we're letting this thing fall away, right? So what is falling away? What are we letting go of here? And it's something that's been in your core, something that you've been carrying for a long time, right? This thing's been in your life for a long time, and there's things that come with that. There's emotions. There's routines. There's certain practices that you've been doing, right? And this is all changing. Something to do with rest. And this Four of Swords, notice it's actually a fallen soldier. So there is a part of you that is no longer with you, in a sense. It's no longer alive. It's like there's a need to let go of something, like I said, that cannot function in this new reality. You've stepped through the portal. You've stepped into this new life. And whatever this thing is that we're letting go of, it's not actually functioning the way that you think it might be. It's not operating. It's your belief in the thing. That's what I'm getting. It's your belief in some kind of an old paradigm, old way of doing things, or old way of... I'm getting the word misfortune, like the way things are happening to you. You may have some belief about... You know what I hate too? Hate's such a strong word. You know that Murphy's Law? That is the worst. That is absolutely the worst law. It's such a fallacy, that belief that anything bad could happen, will happen. Like, I grew up hearing that kind of stuff, and that is so unhelpful, and that can get so deeply ingrained into how we operate and how we feel like the world is giving to us. Like, there's something about your receptive energy and feeling worthy and feeling like life is just some kind of a punishment or something. That's what you're letting go of. And what happens is it reflects in the way that you give and receive. And that's why I get the Six of Pentacles coming out. Is this, like I said, some kind of like Murphy's Law, that like that bad things happen just because they happen all the time. That's what we're letting go of. Some kind of knee-jerk reaction or like core belief about the way we receive and our worthiness. It all just comes back to this Empress. You deserve so much more, and you have the skills to make this thing work. The more you can believe in yourself and believe that you have the skills to make this thing work, the less you're going to feel the need to defend yourself. So just keep doing what you're doing. Like, one foot in front of the other, that's your gift. Like Virgo energy, like this consistency, this practicality that's being balanced with some kind of a spiritual nature here, your new spiritual gifts, like your intuitive gifts that you've been developing, which that's another thing, is the way that your emotions are being triggered right now is potentially making you doubt your intuitive gifts, or things are just kind of on overdrive and there's a lot of energy. I'm getting like some kind of an overload of energy, or having to defend yourself, like I said, from multiple positions, a temptation to be distracted, to fall into old behaviors that are spreading your energy thin. Okay, there's something here about defending yourself from things that make you feel restless, or having to defend your ability to be rested, defend your ability to like sleep or feel worthy of getting enough rest, getting enough sleep. Because it comes back to your core beliefs and your some kind of a doubt. Like, am I worthy of being supported? I think I said this in the last reading, but going to bed and setting the intention that you leave it to source because you did your absolute best for the day and you did everything you could. You're totally in your rights to delegate to source and say, I've done everything I can, but I need to get some rest. I need to get some sleep. So be really careful about the way you're using your energy here, because there's something that's trying to take your energy, and it's coming from a core belief system that you're letting go of, and it's something to do with your self-worth, and it's affecting the flow of money, the way you receive, and thus your ability to give, like energetic give and take. So I would just be really careful about distracting yourself at this time. Anything that's trying to take your energy and take your attention away from some kind of creative expression here, whatever you're trying to bring into the world, whatever you're trying to create. I said right at the reading, this is about focus. It's about focused intention, and it comes back to knowing that you're worthy of focusing on yourself, and you're worthy of committing to yourself, and knowing that you can make this thing work. You can make this thing work because you're worthy. You have the skills. You deserve to be here. And you totally got it. Like, I'm just going to totally leave this reading here. Like, I'm going to pull an oracle card and just leave it, because this message is so clear. I think you're going to know what this thing is. But there's such a clear theme about your worthiness being then reflected in the way you work, in the way you show up. Knowing that you deserve rest. Knowing that you deserve to be here. It's all about self-worth, and just keep embodying that Empress energy. And I'll get a word from the Divine Masters and we'll call it. This was kind of short, but like this, it was so clear. And you guys, like I said, you're so worthy of going on this journey. And any kind of an opportunity that you're looking for is going to show up. The right opportunities are going to show up at the right time. This sliding doors card is so profound. You have choice. You have the opportunities in front of you. When you can really embody that self-worth and know that you're worth it, and get out of any kind of fear or doubt frequency, that's when the opportunities are going to come. They're going to become so clear to you. The options are going to light up. And if you can really embody this new belief system, your higher self is literally going to be guiding you to take inspired action in the right direction. And you can do no wrong here, guys. Ma'at, divine intervention, weigh up your options, choose the highest good. You guys totally have the ability to make these decisions. That's how I'm interpreting this. There's a need to weigh up your options and choose the option that is for your highest good, and commit to your knowing and your self-worth. And that's what's going to be able to give you the ability to make these decisions, because there's going to be no doubt. You're going to know that you're able to make the right decisions. That's totally what that is. And the Lemurians, clairvoyance activated, psychic awareness, sensitivity, and trust your intuition. I'm sending you so much love at this time. Any kind of emotional issues that are coming up, you're so able to deal with this. I'm sending you so much love again. You're so equipped. You have the tools, I'm hearing. You're ready for this. You can embody this new state. Feel it with love. Observe it with love. Take time out if you need to. Work at your own pace. Okay, the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles. Working at a safe pace that feels good, that is comfortable. Right? But you have the intuitive abilities here. You're so tapped in. Okay, Moon energy, Pisces energy, High Priestess energy, okay? Meditate and contemplate. Delegate that time to yourself. Should I say designate that time to yourself to take that time out. You're worthy of taking that time out, doing the meditation and sitting in yourself with no expectations, just sitting in that empty space and allowing yourself to receive the insights and trusting in yourself, trusting in that small voice inside of you that is surfacing and giving you the clarity that you need, right? Psychic awareness, sensitivity. Trust your intuition. Guys, you're so powerful at this time. You're so powerful. The truth is within you, I'm hearing. You have the ability to make these decisions, and you're the Empress. You're so attractive, you're so beautiful at this time, and you're bringing this beautiful new thing into our world. So for that, I thank you so much. I really appreciate all the work you've been doing. And thank you so much for sharing this space with me. I love you, and thank you for always showing up and supporting me. And I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. And I will see you then. I love you. Bye-bye.